I've been meaning to do this for years. Today is officially the day. You come in. Okay, so this one is all filled for now and smoothed out. I left a little bit at the top here so that I can cover it with a straw or some sort of mulch to kind of protect the surface. And then with the wind on our property, if I put it too close to the top, the wind just takes my mulch right off. And so if I give it a little bit of a lip at the top, it allows it to kind of stay in place a little better. So this is all smoothed out. All I need to do now is get it wet and get it really nice and moist for planting some little seedlings. So I finally got this filled. I have it covered with just some old straw and hay right now. And I'm actually going to plant in this today. I've been wanting to do a fall garden for a very long time. And today is the day I'm going to put some seeds in for some cold weather crops and see how they do. We had our carrots eaten up early on. Our lettuce didn't do great. And so I'm going to make sure I get a few of those things in, as well as possibly I'm going to see if I can do a late harvest of cabbage. It'll all depend on how early our frost comes, but I'm going to put it in. It doesn't hurt to get it started. And if I get little mini cabbages, great. If I don't get anything, that's fine too. So we're going to try it out and see how that goes today. So that's going to be one of my projects for today. You see this cute little kitty cat? Oh, look, come here. This is Raven. She is just so cute. Look at this little cutie cat. Look at how cute. So I just tossed some seeds in here. I did some cabbage right here. And then I put in some kale, some radishes, and some beets. I have no idea if this season is going to be warm enough, long enough for this to even happen, because it is already the end of August. But we're going to try it. We have a bunch of seeds, and so I'm just going to try it and see how it goes. And I'm super duper excited because for the first time ever, really, I had something successfully grow from planting a fall garden. So over the past couple weeks, really over the past month, you see me fill my garden boxes, and I did plant some seeds, and I did get some things starting to come in. Let me show you real quick. So I'm super pumped. So this is the box that I planted some stuff in. That one I did not. That one still needs some more dirt, and so I will tend to that box next year, add more dirt, and we'll plant in that one. But for the first time, I did plant some seeds, and it is September 20, what is it, like September 21st or 22nd, something like that right now. And this is the first time I've had something growing. Nope, don't step in there. Get out of there. Why are you doing that? Why? What the heck? So what we have here is radishes. I actually just ate one. They are really good. These are, typically I grow the English breakfast radish, and these are like the little round ones instead. So I don't remember what the variety is, but they're more of like a little cherry radish, and they're really good. So we have some of those are ready to harvest. I did just eat one, and it was so good. So we have some of those ready to go. I have some beets over here that germinated. So let's see, that's a radish. So we have some beets over here. Not all of them germinated, but a couple of them did. And as long as the bunnies don't come and eat them, I'm gonna let these grow. I have one cabbage that is still here. We do have a problem still with bunnies in the garden right now. And so they have come in, and there was a few more cabbages, and they chewed off all the leaves. And so this is the one that remains, and I'm gonna see if I can get it to grow. I honestly don't think that it'll get a cabbage, but if we can just let it grow, that's a success. And this is kale. So we have some kale here. This is just little baby kale right now. I don't know what variety this is. Yeah, I don't remember what variety this is. A little baby cabbage. So this, I can start harvesting this right now if I want some. Hi. Hi. If I want some baby kale, this would be good in salads or smoothies or whatever. Kale is super cold hardy, so I'm probably just gonna let it go. Hi. I'm probably just gonna let the kale go and just get bigger, and we'll see how far into the season it'll last. But I'm gonna be able to start harvesting just some of this stuff, which is really exciting for September. It is the end of gardening season here in Minnesota. It is mid-September, well, mid to late September. It's like September 21st or 22nd. And things are dying back, finally, which I say finally like it's a good thing. It's not a good thing, but finally meaning, okay, we can start doing some fall harvesting. We can start cleaning things up. We can start planning for the next season. So preparation for next season. So let me show you how crazy this garden is right now. It is garden gone wild today. It's insane. Okay, so here our pumpkin patch is dying back really well. So now it's kind of showing all the pumpkins. We have a couple of really nice big pumpkins, and then all the rest are pie pumpkins. That's going to be really fun to harvest. Finally have some sunflowers. This big one was blooming and now it's finally dying back. But what is going on here? Look at this. It has this like fermented spot that's happening, and it's attracting flies and all kinds of things. That's really gross. I've actually never seen that. I don't know what that is all about. But these ones right here are the lemon queen, and they have a ton of little blooms coming off the side. They're probably going to bloom in the next week or so. I'm going to make something really fun with that. Stay tuned for that. Okay, the zucchinis are getting a lot of powdery mildew, and we're still producing a lot in here. So they're not dying yet, but they're definitely slowing down and getting some disease. They're being very susceptible to that now. Our butternut squash are not dying yet. They're slowing down, and they're finally starting to ripen the fruit, which is really good. The raspberries are way done for. I should probably trim those back a little bit and get them prepped for next year. Tomatoes are just ripening, and that is way behind normal schedule. Usually tomatoes have already been picked and I've already canned them, but this year they've taken forever. So they're just starting to come in. So I'm probably going to end up freezing them and then preserving them at a later date. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the tomatoes, I mean, they're wily in there. You don't see any of the red right now because I did just harvest those. So we still have our potatoes in the ground here. They are completely like, this is insane with grass right now. And a lot of these potatoes, unfortunately, have been exposed, like on the top, they've been exposed to sunlight. And when they're exposed to sunlight like that, they do get that green, and that's like a toxin, and you can't really use those. And so we are going to have some that we'll have to throw away this year, but I do think that we'll have a decent amount underneath that will be good for storage for the winter. So that is a project that needs to happen soon because we are finally dying back here, and it's on the list. I pulled the dill. I have collected a bunch of these seeds, but there is seriously so many dill seed. It is insane. It's just going to be all over the garden next year. But there was so much dill. It was so crazy. It was nuts. Peppers are pretty much done. I mean, some of the stuff has died back a lot. The production on these is really slow. The peppers are really small. They're not going to do a whole lot at this point. Our cucumbers, there's still a few on here that are ripening, but they're not, I mean, they're not super high quality at this point. I did leave them on. I'll probably leave them on. There's one there and there. I'll probably leave them on for like maybe a week or so, and then I'll finally start pulling them and cleaning up the garden. So I need to really get a jump on that, because in Minnesota here, like, it's nice today, but I mean, that can change in 1 week's time, and it'll be completely different temperatures and climate. So I definitely need to get a move on some of this stuff. You want a bean? A lot of these beans I'm keeping for a seed, but we have, bless you, we have a couple little beans. You want a little bean? I have a couple little beans. So I left these beans on, so we kind of let them go, like a few over here. When they get big like this, I just leave them on for seed. I have really stopped picking rattlesnake beans because we just had our fill of beans. But they save really well. So, and they're still producing, which is so bizarre to me, but they're a heavy producer, and she likes them raw. So here you go, babe. That one's big. Big ones aren't very tasty. You like the big one? I mean, you can eat the big one. I just don't think they're tasty. I don't like the texture of them. Let's see what else. Yeah, see, these ones are even too big for me. I think the best flavor and texture is like, it's like these little guys. Those are my favorite. I think they're the sweetest and they have like the best flavor. They have like the best texture and they're still really sweet. Yum. And then they're not stringy either. Okay, but that's all I got for today because I have to go give her a bath and it's time for dinner. We gotta make this happen. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Well, I did fill this, but this cat, both the cats think it's their litter box. So it's not fully filled yet. It's actually a bit of a mess, but she thinks it's a litter box. Great.